think we are live now. So let me see. I really need you to be on the screen because now I'm going to share the link. Let me see what is the
Believe we are live.
ridiculous
We are
amount.
live now, right?
Huh? Number of guests. Sorry, YouTube only does two. How is that possible?
Does it mean or it's only limited to
Only does two.
having only yourself and one guest?
Uh, Two.
Yeah.
Then on Thursday, we can go on and off. Let me remove you. Let's see if she can
She's
come
able to
in.
come in.
Uh,
Okay.
yeah, let me see if we can alternate between the two. Uh, otherwise, I might need to give you the logins, ne?
Oh,
And then you invite two, and then it's just the
I
two of
see what
you. I think that one
I see what you
will be the.
I see what you mean.
Do I know the password of
Okay.
this email of Paseta?
Okay.
That's the question. Okay, let me remove you and see if I can add
Please
Usu.
do that. Please do that. I'll be on standby.
When I tell her to try to come on,
Okay. Okay.
yeah, be on standby.
Hi, how are you? Can you hear me?
You? Can you hear
Yes, I
me?
can hear you. Um, I'm not sure why my volume is up. You still can't hear me. King, can you hear me?
Okay. Can try to say something else.
Testing sound.
Yes. Sorry, my Bluetooth was on, my earphones were in my pocket. Yes, I can hear you.
Okay.
Okay, so you've got people here, 10 people here, and ladies and gentlemen, what we're trying to do is to establish a community forum that will be held on the when is it? When is
On
it?
the 4th of September.
When is the forum?
It's on the
Are you
4th of
having a delay
September.
from your side, or is it my side? Yes. On.
Maybe it's a network issue. Yes.
I always say it's never me. It's never me. It's on the other side because
Oh,
everything,
yours is all top
everything.
notch.
Phone live quality, live
I'll get
quality, network
everyone
quality,
else
just
to go
everything
off
is
the
there.
Wi Fi when we do the live.
Yeah, yeah. You come here with your slow Wi-Fi here and say you can each other very
Hmm.
well. Okay, so we are on the 4th of September, which is this Thursday,
Yes.
5:30 in the evening. We'll be having a forum. and we'll be having Sisu, who is here with us, and Rabi. Um, we will. They will be hosting this thing. So, what is it that you guys want to talk about in this forum?
Okay, we'll be touching on quite a couple of topics. So we'll be touching on agriculture, as that was our past theme for the month of August. So we'll be tying back into that
Yeah.
and just discussing agriculture in terms of how women related to agriculture historically and now. We'll also be discussing the GMO seeds, how they affect our lives currently at the moment. We'll also be discussing issues of why our people are actually not into planting their own food. I'm not sure what the other topic was, but
It's a
yeah, that's basically what
yeah.
we'll be.
It's a new season. It's a new season. The end of the beginning of the year for us Africans. And the way I explained it, because that's the theme for Paseta for the month of September, is returning to oneself. And one of
Mm,
those is when I can't remember who explained it, and I understood it very well when someone was saying you count from 1 to 10, and then from 1 to 9, a number to create a new number, meaning 1 and 0 becomes then 10. So it means a 9 is a full cycle and it's a complete cycle. 9 months in our
yeah,
mother's
true.
month. So, um, yeah. So if you have to count with 9 months, you are actually older than you think you are. If you have to count every 9 months is equals to one,
Yeah,
you're actually older
yeah.
than you think you are. It's a very interesting topic uh, to share about the true size of Africa in terms of kilometers, and Africa was put down.
Hmm.
Actually, South Africa is at the top where Egypt is where South Africa is.
Yes.
That's another very interesting topic that we must teach in Paseta so that people can understand the identity of Africa and just the depth of how much these people went to colonize our mindset, our
Mm.
education system, our spiritual system, and everything. And once you get into that journey of self-discovering, I mean, it's beautiful. So,
That's true. I think also once people actually start being aware and actually being open up to the idea of how much in terms of history is actually not our history, or rather the true history, it will be interesting for us to be able to put those dots together. And I think most importantly, for people to relearn who they are and the truth of where we come from and who we are as a people. That's and I think it's a good time now because I think a lot of people are now starting to be open to the idea and actually starting to ask the right questions.
yeah, yeah, yeah. It's equal energy, equal force. So I understand if it took the colonizers the barrel of the gun to colonize us,
Mm,
doing it in peace is gonna take you longer. In the Portuguese landed in the southern tip of Africa, here in the northern Cape, in the 14th century, before um, the Portuguese were
yes.
with the Germans, with the Namibia, the the people of South Africa, which we call the San people, which is actually the Nama people. But from there, you can imagine from the 14th century. up until
Mm.
today, they still have an upper hand on us. What is it that we need to do as Africans? And for me, I strongly believe that it starts with the mindset, it starts with the education system. If you don't teach liberation from the school level,
Yeah,
about this on the school books, proper history and everything, we are making steps, but they are very small steps that we are making because the colonizer has not stopped. That's another
that's
thing that
true.
people must understand.
The
The
system is
colonizer
still
has not
working.
stopped.
The
He
system is
continues.
still in play.
He's still
Yeah.
working. Mm, 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 mm. Um, Ponzo wena o busy ka dilo tse stoutu wena Ponzo a rena nako ya wena please. Let's go off.
Oh, sorry.
Let me just bring Abuti Rabi. Yes, Abuti Rabi, you can come back. You can come back, my lord. Uh, this is not okay. Sue, please share the link to the media group. Share the media group as we are still talking. Blessed my African people. My name is Kagiso Hlongwane Hosi. I'm a young man here in the and I'm the president of the Pan African School of Economics, Technology, and Agriculture. And what is happening today is the initiative to create the brand awareness of Paseta. So you guys can follow us on TikTok, on X, and Facebook, and of course here on YouTube. That is where we are having everything. So you are free to follow us, guys, in building a school. We are actually building a school. The name of the school is Paseta. For those who it is here in the Northern Cape, just 40 kilometers outside Kimberley. And it's www.paseta.africa, or you can check Africa. Hey, a beautiful name for our website, and you will find us. I've got Abuti Rabi here, who will be one of the co-hosts on Thursday in the he's the brainchild of everything that we are here. Abuti Rabi, what is it actually that we need to touch on? What is it that we need to do? Inkululeko a ke tsere what ke kore matla tse ya kae dithapelo ro di tse ya kae and what is it Africans
You
really
know,
honest.
we have been put in the beginning of where we are supposed to go. This is the way I like to
Okay,
put as to refer to what is technically referred to our freedom because it's too minimal. Excuse me, it's too minimal this freedom. We were put in a position where it came up to us where we need to take the country forward. Essentially, we inherited all the infrastructure, and but what we are still working on is really a compass as to where are we taking the country. That is still a thing that is in development stage 30 years later, actually, because we are still sitting here and we are still going to be having a national dialogue to discuss things that we should be having a bit more of light in regarding to those things by now, So meaning the taste of the true freedom that we are looking for is really something related to what you were saying when I was turning off screen here. That really it is more of an inward journey, and therefore for it being an inward journey, inalienable individual to it. It means each and every one of us has their own way, you understand, in which they are supposed to play a part in all of us moving forward. So now platforms like Ntwenge Paseta Forum, they're going to create such a space, you understand, where we're able to share ideas and us sharing ideas for Ntwenge. a self-sufficient, self-reliant African child, we are going to at least see different perspectives as to, in addition to what has brought all of us here together, which is the Pan-Africanist School of Economics, Technology and Agriculture. How our individual personalities, how our individual lives shape to help create something monumental with what has brought us together. So really, in short, to answer where are we in terms of our future, we are in a point where we need to find ourselves. Then we will be able to find the freedom because it's mostly mental now. We don't need to be carrying our dumb passes in the streets. We don't need to be accountable to the apartheid regime like we are children. We don't need to do that anymore. We are still in a bit of a nostalgia phase, I say, meaning we are still sort of uh, predominantly preoccupied by where we come from. We don't need to forget, but we need to get going as well. We need to keep moving. You understand? So really, we're at a point where it is up to us to decide the fate. It is up to us to have a voice. You understand? To choose how we're going to be active participants in the kind of freedom we are looking for, in the kind of freedom that we truly want. But it starts with being aware that you're not free in that sense.
I like what you're saying because you're saying it is now mental. I would ask, and you guys will address it, of course, on Thursday. Is this mental change stronger than the physical ones?
Mm,
How much stronger is the mental chain? How much limitations does it put on one
mm,
in liberating themselves when the chain is no longer physical,
mm.
but the dog feels like, and sorry for using the dog as an example, but he can at a certain stage because he knows where the chain
Mm.
ends or move. So he knows the ceiling. They've put a test actually where they put crickets
A
inside
glass jar.
a
Yeah,
jar
yeah,
and they closed it
yeah.
and they jumped and
Hmm.
hit the ceiling. And once they removed the that seal, but not high
Yes,
enough
yes, yes.
because
You
the
see
mental change is still there.
that.
And here's the nice
Mhm.
thing: when they put a new cricket which did not know the limit, he jumped over because he doesn't know there was a ceiling.
Yeah.
So he's jumping over, and once he jumped, let
Mhm.
let me jump. I'm saying that because I want to bring you awareness to how much Paseta can spark,
Mhm.
but the spark that it can have because the mental chain is there.
Mhm.
But if we do it properly in
Mhm.
Paseta, the wild flame is going to it's going to turn you. So yeah, I think that's something to ponder on Thursday, my lord.
Definitely, definitely. It really reinstates how much stronger the mental chains are because they rely on awareness. And awareness is like perspective. We can both sit, watch the same screen, watch the same movie, but see two different things. So it makes it even trickier for it to be something that is achievable without awareness, you know. And as Paseta is a Pan African school, really what we are saying without saying it, we are saying first you need to be aware of who you are and where you are right now. And by therefore doing that, you recall where your people come from. That's where we are saying that's the level of awareness that we want to add. You understand? So that once we move forward with the discussion, we are already on the same wavelength. Understand that a similar, I mean, experiment as you've mentioned with the chicks and the glass jar is similar to the trainings in circuses of how they train an elephant when it's still a baby. They tie it to a tree stump and it
Mm,
tries to pull and it can't. And then as it grows bigger and stronger. But because the mental change, those are tougher than the physical ones. It is no longer going to be aware that I can pull.
mm,
You understand? So these are just things that emphasize how
mm,
much of of an uneven start to the race we have found ourselves in. You understand? And how much we need to put in. You
mm,
know, this is why we like to say in our corners that we work harder for less. You understand? I mean, I'm obviously referring to, if you look at even the status quo in terms of salary dispensations and so forth. Generally, I mean, the system is skewed. We are quite aware of this. You understand? So not only do we have to work harder for
mm,
less physically in terms of our toils, the jobs that we do and stuff, mentally as well. You know, we have more of a gap to fill. We are trying to compete with a people who are comfortable um, from what has been expropriated from us. You understand? And so we need to be aware that we have to put in a little bit extra hard. But history has shown that once the playing field are even, we are able to outdo anyone else in the continent. This is how we are wired, you know?
mm. No, I think see what we are doing, guys. Like I said, we are just testing and seeing if it can work. Actually, we want the three of us, myself and Sue, to be on, and Abuti Rabi, but it looks like YouTube is only allowing for one guest. So we will make a plan for you guys. Don't worry. Let me bring Sister Sue back for some remarks also. Um, yeah, so it is it is quite inspirational, guys, to see what we are doing at Paseta. And that spark that we are trying to invoke in an African child, we are not going to give up in it. We are not going to give up in it. So we are building the school. We are asking people to donate each can, and not only with the monetary donations, but also with the time and skills, expertise, and people availing themselves. Co-correcting sisters who they used to say, "Ah, money, are you available?" The system of the church is very powerful in terms of making people do things in the name of
Mm,
God. And also, it said that in good faith, though, we want to create that system also to say, don't think that you are not.
yeah. Yeah, that's true. I've graduated from church. So, but I still believe in God. So, but yeah, I know that whole
Yeah.
system. And I believe also, and that's what I always tell people, even if you can't contribute the 50 Rand, if you see the vision and you believe in it, like, comment, share, because there might be
Tap it.
somebody
Yeah.
on your feed
Tap
who
it.
can assist in a way that you are not able, because there are different ways of supporting and championing an idea outside of finances. Obviously, finances is what we are looking for, and that is the end goal. But all types of support counts. A reshare is a lot, and so people shouldn't be
Mm.
discouraged by not having the financial muscle, because as a country we are going through a lot under our current governing system. 50 Rand is a lot of money and not everybody has it. So it is understandable. But like I'm saying, if you believe in a cause, there's always a way that you can be effective and be able to support it and assist it to grow.
Mm. Yeah. Very powerful. I strongly believe in that system of saying each one reach one. Very powerful system, because if there's two day and each one reaches one, then we are four next
Mm,
week. But if the each one reach one continues after the four people, we are eight. In
that's true.
times
And we've got the numbers. I think we sometimes forget that we actually have the numbers as a people, and we need to lean into that. It breaks my heart to see everyone upset about the other race building their university. But the truth is, we could do it faster because of the number that we have. We could do it faster with less contributions. Literally, if we said a person
with
contributes 10
less
rand,
5 rand.
we are
5 rand.
done. We
Yeah.
could be done.
Mm. Mm.
But I think, like I'm saying, our people still need to realize the power that they have. And also, in a way, technology has also kind of crippled us because now we just comment and we feel like it's okay, we've done enough just by saying something on comments, but nobody goes to vote, nobody marches, no one does anything physically, and that's where our numbers are. We need to act. We need to action our thoughts, our views. We can't start a
Mm.
revolution
Mm.
by typing. We can't get change by typing, but we'll get there. I believe we'll get there.
Yeah, I always say, yeah, it cannot be that when we pass away and they are reading our obituary and the biggest achievement there is that no, he started a YouTube channel. Not be That should not be on my obituary. You know what I'm
Hmm,
saying? It cannot. The revolution, yes, it's online, but it needs to be
true.
physical also, because doing it online is us cowarding away from doing physical things. So it's crazy. It's crazy how things are. But you are not only fighting that failure. The system is there to remind you that every person who makes it has let you down. So they continuously put king there, and when king is at a certain point, they make an,
Hmm,
and they've done it in many occasions in history. Hey, your queens and your,
hmm,
your kings have sold you to the
yeah.
colonizers. They have done and so that mindset, that we must not trust each
Hmm,
other, because we have seen enough of ours pimping, colluding with the colonizers and working against us to such an extent that now we are tired of trusting one, and that system also must change also. And if we don't fix family
hmm,
structure, if we don't fix it at school, child, they like saying, African child, you're on your own. You are not on
yeah.
your own, African child. You have your fellow brothers and sisters. You are not on your own. This thing of being on your own creates that selfish mentality to say, I'm going to look after myself and my family
Hmm,
only. I'm not going to community is doing. As
hmm,
long as I've got a big fence, as long as I've got a firearm, or a security or whatever, I'm
hmm.
okay. And that is what we are fighting
Hmm.
against in Paseta.
That's true. That's true. And I think it's weird. The very same people that taught us that concept of just think about yourself have a community in their neighborhoods where they stay. They've got WhatsApp groups where
Mm,
if a car parks outside,
mm,
you immediately get notified by your neighbors. There's a strange car. Are you okay? But we can't do that for
mm.
ourselves and each other because now we are civil now. We don't do those things. We don't
Yeah.
worry about what's
Mm.
going on next door because I don't want to be accused of being a nosy neighbor. But what's that saying? Good
Yes.
good fences build good neighbors or something like that. I think yeah,
Mm.
it's good fences build good neighbors, which it's not true. It's not true, at least not for an African child. I think I'm still
Yeah.
lucky. I still grew up in the age where your neighbors were your extended family. When you went to go play, your mom knew which houses to go look for you, and she knew you were safe there. It wasn't like
Mm.
now where your child can't even go next door or. things like that, you know. But times are changing.
I've got a big wall. I've got a big wall. There's no, I don't know my
Mm,
neighbors. Well, I moved in recently, as in last year. I've got white neighbors. I don't know their name. I don't know who they are. There's a big wall between myself and
mm,
them. We're gonna keep it like that for now. You can it's a community, a child,
mm. Yeah, to raise
child.
a
I mean,
child.
and they've mixed it and put in another sentence. They said it took a community to today it takes a community to kill a child.
Mm,
Do you see what they are
mm.
doing there?
Yeah.
And when you look at it in your community, oh yeah, really, because we have put so many people in tires.
Mm,
We have burned so many people alive, African
mm.
people, and so in fact, I was listening to Bargemang. I'm not sure if I shared it on the group. It's actually cost us as the
True.
African people in terms of our colonizers. We welcome the Portuguese. Look what they
Mm,
did to us. We what they did to us. The French. Look what they did to us. Everyone. Look what they did to us, and now we are continuing to work Chinese, and that is that we stand firm to say we will not seek help outside our race because that is not the strategy of
yeah.
African unity. It shows it's like we are showing a begging mentality to say we
Mm,
can't do it alone. Let's bring our Chinese friends together. We don't have a problem with the Chinese to Paseta and they want to learn Kiswahili and all that. No problem, no problem. But in terms of building Paseta, by Africans, and that's a full
yeah.
stop there.
Mm. And I think also that also obviously helps in a way of avoiding strings attached because that's how they work. Strings attached. Yeah.
Nothing is for free.
Yeah. Mm.
Okay, Sisu, if you allow me, I'm going to bring Abuti Rabi for closing remarks, and then I will speak to the two of you on the side what we need to do for for
Okay.
Thursday. I don't know, but it's working. But we have to do something. I might need to give the login details to Brother Rabi, and then so that the two of you can be and myself I can be on the comment section. Let's just add him again for closing
No
remarks. Thank you so
problem.
much,
Thank
my sister.
you. Night.
Oh, okay. So yeah, the Habari people, one love, unity in action. Africa Paseta is the testimony to this. Thank you so much for that comment. We really appreciate it. And I see the president of Paseta Namibia, the Queen Sistina, is here. Appreciate Uponzo and Connection Clean. Thank you so much, guys, for showing up in this Rabi to come and close. And will be going on. We have an official event, and what we will request from you guys in terms of Thursday is to share the link because the YouTube have a lot of people here. So share the link to your WhatsApp groups. Share the link when we go on Thursday. Share it on your Facebook so that we can have of 50 people here and we can have a nice dialogue. We can have a nice dialogue listening to the wisdom that will be happy. It's very important to do that at Paseta. We believe in iron sharpen iron in Paseta, and we believe that nobody knows everything. So we believe that also we are in a forever learning journey, and we are other and learn some key principles of life. And I believe that also, as we are touching in the month, this month is a very important month. I cannot stretch it to understand how important it is for an African to understand the magnitude of the month um, of September. The African calendar, the first African calendar, the oldest African calendar, it is found here in Mpumalanga, in a place called, which means the rising of the star, the rising of the sun, as the big star that we see on our. When you look at what is going on there, it is next to the Kruger National Park. So there's a stone formation of the of of calendar that is there. It is known as the oldest calendar in Africa. Life actually started in the southern tip and went down. And the southern tip is actually the upside down. It's at the top and not where they put in South Africa right now. But anyway, that's a story for another day. And when you look at that calendar, when astronomically people who study stars, when they look at that, they are baffled as to how did these people know this stuff, because they speak to the uranium belt, to the Milky Way, and everything is aligning there. Even the eclipsing of the sun comes now and then. The eclipsing of the sun, even the leap years and everything. So it is crazy that when they look at those stones, that they find out people understood the study of the universe even back then. And that's why I like this. The Zulu people like saying they actually don't come from here. That's why the Bati Bantu Bamazulu. They come from the stars somewhere. Oh, I love that. There's a book that I read, Rabia. I'll share with you, and it explains. It is written by Umkulu Credo. So it's powerful. One of the biggest minds that we have in South Africa. We had in South Africa. So, yeah, yeah. But I'm excited about this forum, Abu. I'm not sure how you're feeling about this.
You know, I feel like it is a start of very great conversations. Um, you know, it would be it would be better, say, moving forward, we look at a a more inclusive way, because what we're going to be doing, like for example, Thursday, we will be interacting with the audience members through their text only at the bottom here. But I understand such things come with growth on social media and so forth, and being able to use other platforms where the engagements can feel more timely, because as I'm watching, and you were speaking with Sister Sue, you were explaining about the perspective shift of how the north is the south, the sizes, the visual aspects of the manipulation to instill the inferiority complex. When you feel like you live in a small place in the middle of nowhere that no one cares about, somewhere deep down in the south, you understand that already plays into the mental change that we've been speaking about. So there is a lot of immediacy in the discussions that we are having, but yo, man, I'm happy that this is a constant monthly discussion, and I believe moving forward, they're able to make it a bit more immediate, even to the audience themselves. That way, at least we make the interaction more immediate, and then the forum can flow smoother. You understand? But I'm happy that we made means we work with what we have. You understand? We work with what we have, and we have no qualm with starting with the bare minimum. We are more than happy to do that. You understand? The same way as when we are requesting everyone to donate as little as 50 rands. You understand? Really, what we are saying we are putting a benchmark. Because if someone wants to donate 10 rands, we're not going to say no. You understand? So we are putting like a benchmark, saying that this is where we are willing to start together. Can we do that? You understand? And it would be sort of ideal to even looking at how the different Paseta social media platforms are interacting with the audience and so forth. If we can even be able to shift it to a different platform one time and so forth. But obviously, those are things that we'll discuss in the back end. We'll look at the analytics and we'll see which way we need to follow and so forth. Because these are really discussions that we need to bring closer to the people that we are requesting their assistance from the people that we are requesting from them to somehow match us with awareness. Let's speak of the same thing. Let's agree first and foremost that you and I both are interested in the liberation of the black child. And then let's talk every month. You understand? So that's how I view the forums, man. And I'm very excited that we are beginning.
Yeah, that's beautiful. Thank you so much. Thank you so much, guys. We are actually trying to the forum on TikTok. So our TikTok account does not have yet enough followers. So go on TikTok and click the school. That's where you guys will find us. That's where we want to conversate, because that's where the majority of young people are. The young people they move on TikTok, and we need the current generation
Mm.
to impact the next generation. So if you can assist us with that growth, of course, that social media platforms, which is the same tag name, which is Paseta School. Paseta School, you will find us everywhere, ladies and gentlemen. So, sorry for taking so much of your time today. We were just testing what is going on here, and yeah, we will then come back to you guys on this. We will be shooting to kill from the hip without any fear and favor when we want to. Thank you so much, guys. Abu Trabi, thank you so much for giving us your time, my friend.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Gabona, even in the comments there, Ramasad is already shooting from the hip, talking about you need to change names such as Kruger National Park and so forth. So these obviously are in line with the things that we really are going to be discussing. But yo, we thank you so much for joining us as we are testing here. It will be a pleasure to sit down and really discuss all of these topics that we have in mind.
Kruger is somebody. Kruger is a surname.
Yes,
Kruger, don't get
yes,
mistaken. Kruger is a
yeah,
surname. It's not a yeah, or
you
the
know,
Kruger is someone. It's someone called
yeah.
Kruger. It's a surname. Kruger. So they have named a national park after that
Mm.
somebody. It's rubbish, pure rubbish.
But yo, man, yeah, this is the situation you're facing right now.
Guys, we will see each other.
Thank you. Yes, thank you.
We will see each other on the flip side. Thursday, please. Your friends, good is Yakala, Paseta, please tell everyone that it's so nice here, and let's have a conversation. There is no comment that is going to be unread on Thursday. If see you, your friends, and gather on the phone, share the link with whoever you want to share it with, and let's talk about many topics that has to do with us building something that will last generations after us. Thank you so much, guys. Until we meet again, guys. After you pray, when African child, stand up, do your best so that God can do the rest. Peace in Pan Africanism. I salute.